right, guys, welcome back. It's another bad podcast. I'm here, Paya Palamanu. I'm the one and only the best host in America. That's what I'm going for. So first of all, I always do, man, I thank my listeners. Thank you for my current listeners checking out the show. You guys are the reason why I keep doing it. And for all new listeners, hey, man, please rate and subscribe on the podcast on Apple, YouTube, Spotify, mail it in the USPS, send Santa a letter, do something. I need all the exposure. I'm trying to get these Joe Button checks, y'all, as y'all know. So as we hear from the episode, we in the 20s now. You know what I'm saying? I'm real consistent out here. One day I'll reach 100. Y'all will be like, God damn, you still talking? So I got the great Paris Horne. That's how I'm going to introduce him like that because to me, he's great. Paris, what's going on, man?
What's up, bro? What's up, PK?
What's going on?
What's up, listening?
For y'all don't know, I used to dunk on him back in the day, and these are the reasons why he's reached the levels that he's reached now was because of my. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Paris was my OG on the court. For anybody who don't know, so that was somebody I looked up to, and I don't know if I even said that to him. So you know what I mean? I looked up to you.
Respect. Appreciate it,
man. Dunking on cats and shit like that. I was like, God damn, this nigga, man, he's just nice.
Man, trying to hold it down, man. That's all. Just trying to get my name solidified, stamp, and be one of the best to come out of Delaware. Try to help put Delaware on the map. That's all. It was just grinding, man. Just had a dream.
Nah, I mean, definitely a Delaware legend. You know what I mean? Definitely, and whatever that means. Because I know to some people they like Delaware what, but to people from Delaware, you're definitely a Delaware legend. Introduce yourself, you know what I mean? Because I'm talking as if, everybody knows you. Tell people who you are.
Okay. P. Horne, Paris Horne, P. That's what everybody called me. Went to Middletown High, graduated 06. State champion, it's the 05? 05. First team all Delaware. The list goes on. St. John's graduate, stay all 4 years at St. John's, 1,000-point scorer. St. John's, at the time I left, it was top 3 and 3-point percentage. Went on from St. John's to have a career overseas for about 8-9 years before I tore my patella. Also alumni at Bridgeton Academy. Won a knapsack championship in 07 at Bridgeton. The list goes on, but that's pretty much my resume. St.
John's. How were the women at St. John's? How was it, man? Was it everything I dreamed of? Was New York like that?
Oh yeah, New York definitely is like that.
Chris Mullin was passing y'all off. He was passing them off to y'all. Chris Mullin.
Hey, listen, New York is it, dog. Anything you want to get into in New York, you can find your way in New York. You gotta be on your P's and Q's in New York, though. But New York is love. I love New York.
Yeah, I've definitely had some great times. I got like a crazy all-star weekend story from New York. I mean, it's crazy. It should be a book because it sounds unbelievable. Everything that I encountered in those 2 or 3 days in that.
That was the draft joint.
Yeah,
joint.
When the All-Star game was up there.
Oh, when the All-Star game. Yeah.
So they had the fashion week there. Everybody was out there. I mean, I even get a snippet to the people just so it sounds as unbelievable as it. So I'm in the middle of the club.
Right.
I'm in the Griffin. So we in the Griffin where everybody's turned, boom, boom, bottles, women, and every NBA player. It was one of the clubs that night.
Epic.
Dude in the corner, lonely, like he looks like he doesn't want to be there. I mean, when you hear what it is, you go crack up. So I'm like, what the fuck is this dude in the corner? So I have my bottle. I'm walking through, talking to girls and whatever. So I said, let me walk up to this dude. He's just like, he just looks sad. I'm like, yo, what's up with you? You good? Like, you want to drink or something? He was like, nah, man, I'm straight. So, I'm just trying to get in the vibe. That was Klay Thompson. Thompson was sitting in there. And it's funny because now when you do time 2020, Klay Thompson's the last person you expect to see in the club. So it went exactly how it was supposed to go. He was in there kind of like, what am I doing? I don't want to be here.
Yeah. He'd rather be in the gym. And sometimes you need that. You just need to get out, let your hair down, get that peace of mind. You know how we do. You need a little time for yourself. That's all.
So we'll keep it basketball early. We'll start basketball pretty early. So the NBA's coming back, as a player. So first off, obviously we know they're doing a turnaround like this because of the deal and the money they lose because of the Rona and all that. But how do you think as a player they feel? Because you can speak from a professional level. Like season just ended. Now you guys can right back. Training camp starts December 1st, I think.
I think it's cool. I mean, when you love the game like that, I think you kind of want to do it. You miss it, and then you giving the fans what they want also. Of course, you got your personal reasons why you probably don't want to do it, but just loving the game, I think they want to do it, and it is a quick turnaround, but granted, they also had a lot of time off before the original bubble happened. They had a lot of time off, and then they came back, played, then stopped again.
That's true.
For political reasons, so they stopped again and then came back and finished it out. So I think they just all missing the game at this point in time, and a lot of them got stuff to prove. You got KD coming back, you got Kyrie, him and Kyrie, James trying to get a trade, and possible Giannis chasing the championship. I think Steph and them coming back. So I think all the teams, guys are just ready that missed out. I think they all just ready to get back after each other and just have that competitiveness again.
But you got to feel for Steph because I think he was ready to come back on some flamethrower shit and then play hurts his other leg. Total unexpected. Kind of like when Boogie tore his other shit that year.
Right. That's what I said. I don't know. That's tough because it's more so mental. I think it's a more mental thing. He just bust his ass pretty much trying to get back to who he is and, trying to compete at that high level. And then here he goes and then he tears Achilles. So I think that it's more mental than anything. I think in his heart, he know he can still play. He knows what he can do. He know how he can help his team. Just now, it's just that mental edge of getting back out there actually doing it. And then, that's a tough situation. I ain't even gonna hold you, man.
You think Curry is like the most disrespected superstar?
Most disrespected superstar.
In a sense of, and I'm gonna tell you why. I said because it always feel, when he was getting MVPs, it was always LeBron's much better, and then this other superstars don't seem to take to him in that circle as much as everybody, like in the James Hardens and.
I think it's because how he changed the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some people don't realize like how he changed the game. It's a copycat league, so whatever's winning at the time, everybody gonna try to do. Look how many people shooting threes. It's a positionless game now. Like, look at it. You don't got your modern big man. You throw it in the post. You go get a bucket. You work inside out. Now it's gameplay outside in. You got to have skills. You got to be able to shoot that three. If you can't shoot that three as a big or as a guard, it's going to be tough for you to hang around in the league now. So, that's credit to the Warriors system and, Steph.
Change basketball.
That's what I'm saying. It's only so many people that, during my time watching the game growing up and then playing that I seen like really change the landscape of the game. For me, it was, a little bit, I didn't see Doc too much, but I got to see like old highlights. My dad, was a big Doc fan, so I got to see Dr. J. Then at the Doc, I would say probably Mike, MJ, you know what I'm saying? Then after MJ, I'm a big Kobe fan, so they want it's kind of the same, but Kobe got his stuff from MJ, so I'll go MJ. Then AI, he took the world by storm. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like that little guy came in getting scoring titles, MVPs. Like he just changed it. When the league was a big man league, he came in being a little guy, and he changed the whole landscape of that. And then the next person I would say, LeBron, definitely, he was LeBron. I feel like we've seen LeBron, just not how Magic is, to me, was like LeBron. I think LeBron just way more athletic.
Just Diesel or, more.
Yeah, but they got similar games, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Steph. Now, Steph, the way he shoot it and where he shoot it from.
Yeah, we never seen
nothing like that. You know what I mean? So
like, LeBron's definitely Magic with just more PEDs and stuff like that. Just
right.
more weights, he's a freak of nature,
Freak of nature, right.
No, Steph,
sure.
Definitely, man. I'm a low-key basketball. I'm into basketball like everybody else. I'll put it that way. I'm not even going to put it somewhere else. So Steph, the only person from me watching what I've seen in the past, the only players I could think that played any type of like him was like Mark Price, maybe.
Right.
But he wasn't pulling up 10 feet behind the line. We've never
seen
him.
Like that. Like, who you see just come down pretty much near half court and just launching it?
Oh yeah, let me do something quick. Mark Jackson, he was right. Steph Curry did fuck up the game, and I'm gonna say why. Because every time I'm playing pickup, niggas just want to come down and they'll pull up on the break.
Hey, listen, and
I'm open for the
Dog, and I play defense. You know, I'm a defensive player, and they be shooting that joint. They be shooting that joint crazy. I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
To me, that's a bad shot.
Yeah, it's a bad shot.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. It is a bad shot. No, let's be clear. Let's be clear. P. Horne, you play with pros, so it might not be a bad shot for you.
Listen, even for pros, you gotta be consistently hitting that. Like, you gotta be what, 40%.
But when I'm at the Y with people, I just like that we just play one day a week, if that. You know, you don't practice that shot. Don't.
Right. That's what Steph did. That's what I'm saying. He changed the game, bro. Think about it. Back then when we was coming up, everybody wanted to dunk on people. Now everybody want to be skilled and shoot threes from your head. Yeah.
It's all about the mixing and the jumper.
He changed the game. With
true.
that.
All right, who had the best free agency?
It ain't over yet. I don't know.
I mean,
I might be a little biased, but I'm gonna probably say my Lakers.
I'm a Laker fan. It's funny we're just talking about this. I love the Lakers. I'm happy they won. You know, Kobe's my favorite player all time.
Right.
I'm trying to jump on this LeBron Laker train. The same. I haven't.
It's hard.
I haven't fully embraced it.
Me neither. But he with the squad. So
I love LeBron. I'm not a LeBron hater now. Look, as a Kobe fan, this is how I know I'm not a hater. I've admitted, if you're going to go who had the better career, LeBron statistically is the better player. Now, I would still pick Kobe. That's just me.
Me too.
I've had to put away the arguments of like, okay, look, the dude's he's going to probably break the scoring record, if not be near it. He's got 10,000 boards. He's got 15,000 assists. Like, it's an unheard of career, and his longevity is ridiculous. I mean, he
and that's a credit to him, keeping his body, not being injured, keeping his body, just in the best possible condition he can. You know what I'm saying? Playing at that high level, figuring out different ways to be effective during the game. Like, that's a credit to him. You can't take nothing away from him, regardless of how he get it or how he do it. You can't, he had to work for it. He still got to go out there and do it. So
the Lakers had a great one, though. I mean, they flipped Danny Green, got Wesley Matthews for cheap.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They just got – they had the big dude, the big man from the Clippers.
They got
Gasol.
They got
Gasol's going to be bigger. I think he's going to be the most important pickup come playoff time because he can pass. He does everything right. He doesn't make mistakes.
He can shoot the three. He can throw it in the post. He can defend. With AD, and
it's not going to be flat. It's not going to be flashy. Like, he's not going. The stats aren't going to speak. He doesn't make mistakes, and I think that's just it's gonna make them flourish that much better. I'm gonna go unsexy. I think the Hawks. Getting Bogdan, getting Rondo. And they got somebody else. I'm skipping. I can't. It's blanking me. They got 3. Oh, they signed the shooter Gallo.
Oh yeah, that is big.
So they got Gallo, Bogdan, and Rondo to kind of basically tutor your boy Trae Young. I feel like.
Do they make the playoffs this year?
In the East, hell yeah. East sucks.
All right, whose spot they taking? The 8th spot. Who was in the 8th?
Remember, it's 10 spots because the last 2 teams get a play-in. That's considered making the playoffs. The Hawks will be in a play-in. If Trae Young is having anywhere statistical season he had last year, even though he makes a lot of turnovers, takes a lot of dumb shots, you add on Gallo and Bogdan.
To that point, he kind of have to a little bit. That's just part of that growing process. That confidence level. I feel like he going to make more mistakes. He going to get more turnovers because he doing more plays, the ball in his hand more. But once, like you said, he got Rondo to help school him. Like, he got some vets to help him through that process. You know what I mean?
Gallo's beast and Bogdan's. I mean, they're the Warriors light. They're trying to build a team similar to the earlier, the early Warriors. So the shooters are there. I mean, I like Collins. I think he has potential. I don't really know what he is. I don't know if he's a good stats, bad team, big guy, or if he's actual he can be impactful. I think he's solid. I think if you put some people around him, I think he will be better because he ain't gonna have to do too much. Like, he can do his role. It look like he's trying to stretch and shoot the 3 a little bit more. So if he hitting that consistently, then they're in trouble because he's so athletic. He can get to the cup when he want. He get that mid range and that 3. And then they're forced to be reckoned with. They still got big fella Clint Capella, so you still got somebody in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they got some pieces. They got don't they got the young boy? What's his name? Hunter.
That's my boy Herder.
Herder.
That's my
Yeah.
son. I love Herder.
Yeah, they
Herder's
got
nice.
him. They got him, and they still got the young boy from Duke, Reddish.
Yes, they got Cam.
So they got nice little nucleus. They just gotta get it together, get a chemistry.
I'm not
Build.
big on Cam Reddish. I'm not. I think
No, listen, he was a rookie. You gotta give him time. You get 3 years.
I haven't been big on him since college. It's not like
I think he's gonna be solid. He got big frame.
I think the
play
traits.
the 2 to 3.
Yeah, here's the trait. Like you're bringing up, he has everything. You know what? I'm gonna bring up a guy and compare him to the dude on the Rockets who bounced around. He got drafted by the Kings. He has all the physical traits, and now he's
Ben McLemore.
Yeah, a guy like physically, and then you would say if Ben McLemore is getting drafted, you would say he's tall, big frame, can shoot, athletic, sound like the perfect wing. He just really never. Like he just had his best season with the Rockets. Like he finally found his niche.
But that's what it is too, though. You know, people be forgetting. Like I don't think sometimes guys be losing their game. They might just a little bit, but it'd be more so just. And that's just with anything in life. I feel like it's timing and placement, like right situation. You know, if you placed in the right situation and you got the right timing, your game can go to another level. But if you know, in a situation where you're on a team, exactly. Like if you're in a situation with a team where you get a little bit of minutes, you ain't getting that much time, you're not getting the ball like you used to, you're getting limited touches. Now you got to adjust to, you know, how to be more efficient, how to get your shots and still play in this system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what it comes down more so. But I think Cam gonna be fine. I think he had to learn the league a little bit. You know, he did one and done. So now he playing with grown men. He is Trae Young got the ball, so he gotta, you know, they just gotta get their chemistry. I think they're gonna be straight though this year. I think he's gonna have a good season this year.
All right, MVP. It's way too early MVP pick.
Ooh, MVP pick? Ooh, that's tough. I might go with KD. If he back to himself, I might go with KD, dog. He a problem. KD.
I'm doing this from gambling here, so mind you, that's why picks will be so off the wall. Gambling wise, I'm gonna go with CP3. I think the reason why, here's my reasoning. If he can get the Suns to 50
to the
wins,
playoffs,
they can get to 50 wins in the West. Just 50. They don't gotta break nothing else but 50. They can get 50 wins in the West. Them not being in the playoffs the past 10 years. Or no, I'm sorry, they had that one run back in the day with Gordon Dragic. That's my boy too. Shout out to him. If he can get them to 50 wins in the playoff spot and like a guaranteed spot, not like a play-in, but like we are comfortably in the playoffs, because you know he's gonna be an all-star.
Did he get 50 wins with the Thunder last year? I mean, it was the 5th seed, right?
And he was I think he was number 4 in voting. But see, I think the Suns are just more impressive from a
1,000% I agree with you.
So I'm gonna go with CP3. But I mean, that's just my off the rocker. Like I think those are good gambling odds because I can see, he's a winner, and I think
he is. Everywhere he go, he changed the team and the culture and just win it. It's just messed up that he can't he get hurt at the wrong time.
Yeah, game 6 the worst time to ever get hurt. So the playing tourney, you love basketball tourneys. We'll get into that later. The playing tourney for NBA, you think it's good for the league?
I like it. I think it's good. It's just another. I don't know. I think it just keep it competitive and then give other people a chance. I like it. I ain't gonna hold you. I like it. It's more basketball for us, so. I'm
from what I understand, the idea came from overseas. You guys have playing tours over. That's what you guys do overseas.
Yeah, so that's why I said I like it. It's more. I mean, give you an opportunity to, go hard and make the playoffs.
Nah, I think it just adds more. Like you said, it's more excitement for the fans.
Yep.
I think for the players, it also adds. It lessens the idea of tanking to me. That's another thing I like.
Right,
like it's like if I can play in, if I could be a 10th seed and maybe jump into the 8th spot, now I might not want to tank. If I'm the Hawks and I feel like I can beat, I don't know. I'm trying to think who they be competing with for the last 2 spots. A Charlotte or
Charlotte, Detroit. No, I don't know about Detroit.
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana.
If you feel like you're actually better, but you just had a rough little season, a rough stretch, you like,
Yeah.
we can beat these dudes. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Like, we're not going to tank. We're going to beat them in the play. And
Right.
we're going to see – I mean, that's the whole point. We're going to see teams – we're going to see flips. We're going to see like a 10 beat an 8. It's going to be like, oh, God. But that's I'm overall, I think it leads and it's just better. It's more basketball, more excitement for the fans. I can't see why anybody wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably people wouldn't like it probably because they just used to what they used to, the old way. You know what I'm saying? When you start changing things up too much, some people just don't agree with it. So that's all it is. It's just, but things gonna change regardless. So you kind of got to get hit and in tune with it.
All right, man. We'll keep it basketball. So
Yep.
now we take it back. So Middletown High. I mean, I remember I was there, but you were there. You're the legend. I wasn't legend. I was another student. So Middletown. You start off Middletown. I know a little bit of the story, but I'm an outsider looking in. I don't know. All I know is that, there's this guy there that's really good. And I'm like, all right, I'm a fucking middle schooler. I'm like, I don't really, I play AU.
Right.
He's good, but he can't get on the team. I'm like, why? Like his grades. I'm like, oh, what a dummy. Middle school, mind you. I don't have a lot of. I'm just like, so now I get there. You're on the team by then. Yeah. Fucking going bonkers. So go walk me through the beginning so we can get the beginning out. So how does that go? Tell us.
So the beginning. So I played my freshman year. You do your tryouts. The joint with Coach Rob. We did tryouts freshman year. Then I made varsity my freshman year.
Coach Rob. Shout out to Coach Rob.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Rob. I made varsity my freshman year. We had the tryouts. That year, I just came to the school. Mike Shipman, Dominique Barron. He just got there. He was new to the school in the area. Show was Ship. He was new to the school in the area. I was new to the school. Coop was there. Sam was already there. They was returning. Ty, Brandon, Griff. They were pretty much all returning. They was all returning. I think the 3 new guys was myself, Ship, and Dom. And made varsity. We had a good season, an up and down season. I think Middletown struggled a couple years before that. But when we got there, we had a nice little group, a nucleus, with the team we had. And I think we lost to Dover in the playoffs, maybe the second round. And but that whole season was good for us, just for us to come together, get to know each other, go through the tough times with Coach Rob and him running us like crazy. You've been through the practices, so
God.
Like, that's all we do is run, man, for everything. So we probably was in the best shape of our lives, probably better than anybody. We knew we could outrun anybody. We knew we can press all day. Coach Rob was worried about defense. Yeah, man.
Freshman year, you ran me with y'all. I almost fell out. I was like, this varsity might not be for me freshman year.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's all he did was make us run. Which what everybody calls suicides, we call them separators.
Yeah, separators.
Separate your lungs, dog. He made us run so much. But that season that freshman season went good. We lost in the second round. So we all came back. We knew our next year we was gonna be solid. And, for us, we felt like our biggest competition was at that time. And there probably was a lot of teams that was really good. But Glasgow, that was our team to get after. They had Love, Egerson, I think he was number 1 at the time in the state. They had Marky D. Yeah, but that was a monster.
Marky D. What's up, Marky D?
Yeah, Marky solid. Got rest in peace, Sean Hammond. Who else? Kyle Nelson. Who else they had? God, man, I'm missing some guys. I'm missing some names, but they had a stacked squad. But Flight A was tough. Penn was tough. Newark was tough. If you ain't come to play, Delcastle would have been tough. Just Flight A period was a rugged conference. So you had to be ready. You had to be a dog and ready to play in our conference. I would say. So we lost, like I said, we lost in the second round to Dover. Came back, everybody worked on their game and their stuff in the summer. Came back sophomore year. Sophomore year, I was ready. I just was in camp. I already seen the light. Like, listen, Coach Rob ain't sitting me on this bench all day my sophomore year. I don't listen. Whoever wants to smoke won't get it because at the time I just felt like I was the best player. Like that's just I always been like that. So I was ready. Like and me, Dom, Sam, that whole summer we was traveling together, working out together, just getting better together. And so our confidence was even higher. So we knew we was trying to get to the state championship. Mm-hmm. So long story short, for the sophomore year, grades come out. You play in the beginning, but grades came out. And I think I failed. I forgot what class I failed. But I failed one of these classes that I needed to play. So I could have took a waiver, but I didn't want to take a waiver because you only get 2. And I still had my sophomore and I still had my junior and my senior year to go. So I was like, I might have to just sit this one out. And Dom, he was convincing me to take it. He like, man, just take it. We're going to win this joint, P. I'm telling you. And I wanted to take it, and I was going to do it. And then I was just like, no, I'm going to just play it smart just in case. I don't know. So I ain't take it. Long story short, they win the state sophomore year. Dog. But you know what? 2020 hindsight, like that was the best thing for me because that motivated me to like
work that much harder.
What? Like I was already mentally an animal and I already was working to that. But
like, to see all your niggas get the jacket,
to see that. And I was there, like I was at every game, still supporting them. You know what I'm saying? I was at the bar when they knocked off Glasgow. And loving them, they seemed like I was there when they beat them, then beat Sally's in the championship. So I was there every step of the way. I just wasn't playing. So that it just built like anger, fuel, like everything. I was sick. I was sick, but I was happy for them because they my brothers. So I was just like, it's cool. I know what next year I'm winning it. Like I don't care what nobody say. I'm winning it. And junior year, that was it. It was a wrap. Junior year, like we was running through people. I was on another level, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because I was trying to get my name out there. Not just get my name out there, but just letting people know, like, y'all think we ain't about to win another state title? Y'all tripping. They ain't had me last year. Y'all lucky they ain't had me, or we would have coasted through it.
I mean, just to bring it some perspective of all this, too, being in Delaware and being from Wilmington, Middletown is the last thing anybody ever thinks about with basketball. Even when y'all won, that's like, so, we all in Middletown at the time, it's like, the respect still wasn't there.
No.
It was like, it's a fluke.
Exactly.
So I remember that year, y'all was running through it looked nasty.
No, it was because I was I'm telling you, bro, I was possessed. Like every time I touched that floor, it was just like, this person ain't seen me play. And if you did see me play, I'm gonna put it on a show. Not only I'm gonna put on a show, I ain't not like nobody personally, but like I ain't like you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't know you, that was just my mindset. It was just like, we going to war. Like you said, nobody respect Middletown, and you already get the beef with Middletown because of football. Because our football always been good. So, you got the rivalry with the football, exactly. So now basketball coming up, they like, ain't no way. Y'all ain't like that. Middletown just blah, 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 blah. All right, we're going to show you. Boom. So let's go. And, we start playing, and that's what it was, man. Like, I was hungry, and we wound up winning the state. We went 26-1. We lost to Penn off a buzzer beater. Yeah, we lost to Penn off a buzzer beater.
Dude got drafted by the MLB. I remember all that. He got drafted as a pitcher. I forgot his name.
Henry. What's his name? Henry, right?
Yeah, I forgot.
Something
White boy.
Henry. David Henry. Something Henry.
He caught the ball for 3 and just threw it up. I mean, it was a good shot.
Shot it off the glass. It hit I remember Coach called the timeout. I said I wanted to guard him because he started getting hot. I knew that he was going to him. I'm like, I always guard the best player. Mm-hmm. Coach like, no, Justin man. Justin was like, no, I got him. And Coach Brown was like, yeah, Justin got him. I was like, all right, cool. And they ran a play for him. I think he came off like a double stagger or something like that. And he caught that joint and shot it. I swear that thing went in slow motion. My man, it hit the glass, went in. I want to say Ship got the ball. Coach Rob didn't even call a timeout. Ship got the ball. He kind of went coast to coast, shot it from half court. And he just missed it. I think it hit the glass, it rolled off, and then they stormed the court. Oh boy, I was sick. That was our first loss. First loss on our junior season. And after that, I was like, yeah, we ain't losing no more. Man, we ran through everything. That year was light work. Then senior year, that's when you came up to varsity. Then we lost the quarterfinals to Hassan.
Lost to Hassan.
Yeah,
Still fucks me up to this day.
Hey, but listen, they
beat them twice. We beat them twice that
That's
year.
what I'm saying. To their credit, bro. To their credit, because they listen. Feast will tell you, Joe will tell you, they'll tell you they ain't had nothing for us, and I was killing them every time. They ain't had, and we just beat them for the Flight A, Flight B championship.
Yeah, we had just beat them.
Yeah, so they was trying to pull out everything. So we just seen them a week before, so they had the. You know what I'm saying? They had the coach adjustments on. But basically, they just put a boxing one on me in the playoffs. And it was still a back and forth game. We had it. It's just we ain't have – I feel like at that time we just ain't have enough because I couldn't put out two storms at the time. Feast would go off. Then I try to calm down Feast. Then Joe go off. Yeah, and then Joe ain't going off. Then it would be somebody else going off. And they just peaked at that right time.
Jared, we needed your defense, Jared. We needed you to show them down. I needed a jacket, Jared.
Yeah, nah. Hey, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you though. You know who we needed that year? People forget that he was at the school with us. I wish he didn't transfer. My guy Eugene Moss. We had Gene Moss on our team. He was at Strawberry Mansion. He was there my junior year. He was there. Yeah, Gene was there.
Gene, wait, I know Gene well.
Yeah, Gene was on the team with us.
I never knew.
Man, I was trying to get him to stay, but him and Coach Rob, they had their thing. And,
Coach Rob would do that. He definitely had.
And so I felt him, but if I would have had Gene, we would have had Gene our senior year, senior year. Yeah, no, we would have won that joint again. But that was it. We needed one more piece, honestly.
And overall, one more piece. Just being honest, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times straight in anything.
Facts.
It don't matter how much better you are. You beat them 2 times in a row. You said adjustment-wise, you're going to do something to throw a wrench in it, and, they just ended up beating us that time.
No, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We beat them every time we played them that season. We beat them in our scrimmage when we first played them at our spot, and we beat them again in another tournament, and we beat them in a Flight A, Flight B championship. So, week before that. So, it was just like, yeah. They had to stop on us. I was sick, dog. Oh, I was sick, but it was cool. That just made, like I told you, it just made all that. It just made me a monster, man. It just helped me grow. And then from there, after that, I went to Bridgeton. I did Bridgeton the following year. And I had some offers. I had a few good offers that I could have took. I actually almost took the offer to go to what's that school? George Washington. Mm-hmm. I was gonna go to GW. I definitely like GW, but
DC life would have been nice.
Yeah. No, I went to see the school. Matter of fact, the day before our playoff game, they invited me to go down. That's why I missed practice. Like I went to practice for a little bit, and then I left like midway because I had to go on my visit down there. They had a game, and they wanted to show me on campus and everything. Coach Brooks, shout out to Coach Brooks. They had me come down there, so I was like, all right, cool. And then we played Hobson the next day, and they was actually at the game. They watched the whole game. They just like keep your head up and everything. But I wound up going to prep school after that. Then St. John's was next.
St. John's. So when did they start throwing the full court press? Because you played pretty much all 4 years. Like I remember watching. It wasn't like you were an auxiliary piece.
No. Yeah, I mean when I was up at Bridgeton, my roommate, he was committed to St. John's actually, and we was having a crazy season up there at Bridgeton. I was going crazy.
The big dude, right?
Yeah, Burrell.
I played with him for like after some sophomore year. We played like all our summers. We played some summers together before sophomore year. I meant to say we went to a few camps together.
Yeah, big fella, Justin Burrell. He was my roommate, and so he was kind of committed to St. John's. So they got to see me. The more they, every time they came up to Bridgeton, they got to see me like more and more, see me in the game, see me in practice, because that's when coaches was coming to practices during live period and watching us practice and everything, talking to the coach. So, I had other schools, but that's when they start putting a full court press on me, and pretty much Norm Roberts, Coach Roberts. That's at Kansas assistant for Kansas right now. Shout out to Coach Roberts, Coach Q. That's at Kansas. They came to watch me, and they really like what I brought to the table, and they thought I could help the program get back on the mat. And that was pretty much their pitch. They wanted me to come out to see the school, like most coaches. And then Justin, he was help sealing the deal. Like I'm with him every day. We got good chemistry on the court, off the court. We roommates, so it was kind of like a little easier for me to make that decision. And then it's the Big East. I always said I could play Big East ACC. I always thought I could do that. And then there's New York. I'm saying? It's still close to home, so my parents can come, friends, we're playing on TV. Like, so that was my decision. Like,
and you got Nike gear, you bastard.
And, and you got Nike. But I ain't even gonna hold you, dog. I wouldn't even think about the Nike part. I was just thinking about the conference, playing in the top conference, and make sure my family and my friends can see me play, and because I play for them too. So that was really my focus, and then the Nike and everything else was a plus.
Yeah, you got all that fucking Red Storm gear. You never gave me any. Never forgave you for that. So touching on it before we go past. So how did you know you were gonna be the last of the Big East? The Big East is folded now. Well, it's not. No, I think it's back.
No, definitely ain't know that. No, hell no.
That's a classic league, Georgetown. All that.
Oh man, when I seen that they did that, but it makes sense, because of gotta have the football stuff. So I understood it, at that time. But I definitely know. But that was some wars, man. I mean, I love playing in that Big East, man. Like from top to bottom, the bottom team is gonna be, because we would be a bottom team. So. At times, you got Rutgers, you got Seton Hall, you got us, you got who else you had, man. I mean, top to bottom, like I said, DePaul. Then you got Notre Dame, Pittsburgh, Syracuse, Villanova. Who I'm missing?
Hey,
South Florida.
Toughest guy you played against in college.
Ooh, toughest guy.
Like, who would you play? You were like, I know he's gonna be a problem. Like I'm huffing and puffing every time out.
Oh no, dog. Cause I get up for challenge. You know me. I always guard the best player. So I ain't never fear nobody. Or like I like the challenge. Honestly, I love the challenge. I'll say the person that like was like I struggled to probably guard, like just know how to play. Probably was Jarrell McNeil from Marquette.
Okay.
People don't know. Like he was cold in college. Like shout out to Jarrell McNeil. Like he was cold. And I'm not taking nothing from nobody. Like not Corey Fisher, Dante Jones, Dante Green, Johnny Flynn. Cold. They cold. Like some cold dudes. We played a lot of Brad. From top to bottom was straight, but like for McNeil was tough because he was a senior. He was ahead of me, but he was he just knew how to play, man. He could shoot it. He could play defense. He could shoot it. He could play defense. He could make for others. He knew how to come off screens. He knew how to read the screens. So you had to be like smart when you was guarding him. You know what I'm saying? He was like that. He was definitely like that. So I would give him that. I would give that to him.
So we go now. You've done 4 years, got your degree, did all that stuff. Mama's smiling, everybody's happy. So we'll fast forward. I don't know if fast forward, but I just want to jump into it a little bit, but also we'll go past it. You don't make it to the league, right? You don't go to the NBA. Every kid's dream is to make it to the NBA.
Right.
So what do you take time to be sad about it, or do you just say, fuck it, I'm going pro overseas? Like, how does that – I just want to –
No, it wasn't no take time to be sad about. I mean, you be sad, but you ain't sad because at that time, too, my year coming out, that's when the NBA had that lockout.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And you knew the lockout was coming, so you knew they wasn't doing workouts like that. A lot of people wasn't getting a lot of workouts and stuff like that. And then they didn't have Summer League that year, and I don't think it was – did they have the D League? I don't even think the G League was going on, or D League at the time it wasn't nothing happening. So you kind of had to go overseas. You had to go overseas. So that's pretty much what it was. And for me, it was just All right, well, if that don't work, yeah, I'm going overseas. I'm just go play ball over there. As long as I'm playing ball, then I'm, making money, I'll be cool. And so that's how I looked at it. Just go over there and play, and just
So
it's going to be a big adjustment.
you do 9 years over there, right? With like, where's everywhere you've been? Because I don't even know.
Shit. Germany, Greece, Turkey, Japan, Romania, Finland. Damn, I can't even remember. Morocco.
Morocco, that just sounds lusty. It just sounds like, someplace I just want to be for a week. Like, it just sounds lusty and come off the tongue, Morocco. Just a little Morocco.
No, Morocco was cool, bro.
A little Finland. Just a little Finland. Hey, look, I was in the military. We went to Germany. I know how the overseas women feel about black dudes. So I know a little bit, about a little bit.
Yeah. No, I mean, for me, I ain't had no problems, honestly. Not as far as that part, like dealing with racism and all that. I ain't had that problem. But as far as just like team wise and management wise, you had trouble. I definitely had troubles here and there, because people be forgetting, like people just think, and a lot of guys be lying too, but people be exaggerating numbers. People be just saying the club's doing this, the club's doing that. For me, I experienced, both sides, the good sides and bad sides. Being in the right clubs, Euro Cup teams, Euro Challenge teams. I also experienced parts where teams go bankrupt and you don't get the money, or they cutting players, which is us, called foreigners. They cutting us left to right, because your team losing, and it might not even be your fault, but because you losing, they gonna send you home first, or send your friends home or something like that first before they cut the coach and all that. So yeah, I've
heard the money it's guaranteed to a point, like you said. I've heard it's not like the NBA. It's not like the check clears. Like no. I've heard stories where people say, sometimes you get paid late. Like, shit like that.
No, it ain't no sometimes. It ain't no sometimes. I mean, like I said, it depends on situation and team and the management. If you're in the right situation on the right team, you're gonna get your money on time. But 9 times out of 10, for most clubs, it might be a little bit late sometimes. Now you gonna probably get it most of the time, but I've been in situations where you don't get your money for like 3 months or longer than that, and you gotta take them to court, FIBA court, and
damn.
No, bro. And it happened more than once.
You was in court. You was in court fighting for your paper.
Listen, bro. Listen. I mean, I wasn't personally in court, but my agent, he had to do what he had to do to try to get everything situated for me. But yeah, man, I've been on both sides of it. So it's you just take it. It's a part of life. That's what happened. You just take it and keep going, and try to find a new team, find a new club. Because the situation is sometimes you kind of forced to be in a situation because it's like you're not getting your money and you're not playing. You don't want to practice, but at the same time you need to play because you got to get stats because you're trying to move from a different club. Yeah. So it's like, do you just say I'm going home?
Can't say fuck it, because you got to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you got to figure out what's the best scenario for you. So I've been in like all types of situations playing over there, but I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It made me who I am today.
Yeah, I mean, I am counting your money, but I'm not gonna make you put a number out to people. I'm not gonna make you put a number out to the public, but I am counting your money. I like to say you're not struggling. You had a nice career.
No, I had a nice career. Yeah, I had a nice career.
You hold some greenbacks.
According to the tournament, definitely.
Yeah, I'm saying got some stuff in your name off the basketball. I think that's always nice.
Yeah. But like and everybody know, people money go quick, man. Money go quick. So you gotta be smart about it. You definitely gotta have the right people in your corner, especially if you don't come from nothing and you making some good money. It's easy for us to blow it. If you ain't got the right people in your corner, man, you can run through that money because you
easily
think I'm gonna get it back. And I worked with making $1,200 for a week. That week I got $1,200. You know what I'm saying? So imagine you getting $100,000 check in like a month or something like that. Like you like, oh, I'm cool, man. You can run through that, dog.
I'm pretty sure you had your fun. So I mean, you got to experience the ups, you got to experience the downs. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been there in a lesser degree. I'd like to touch some millions one day, but I understand that. And in the basketball tourney, so you get in the basketball tourney, you've won like 25. How does that feel being the Robert Horry of the basketball tourney? I feel like you just are always on the winning team, whether you're getting a bunch of buckets or you're not. You just on the team. You're always winning.
That's what I come from, girl. This is my DNA, dog. I'm a winner, bro. Like that wasn't nothing new to me. Like that wasn't nothing new to me. And that's credit to my my guy Andrew Morrison. Helped put that team together. Mm-hmm. And funny story is we almost didn't even. People don't know. Like we started 2015 for that tournament, and we almost didn't play in it. We almost didn't make it. So it was myself, Eric McCullough, CJ McCullough, big brother, Todd O'Brien. Who else we had? Todd. That's 3. Mike Kabongo went to Texas. Who else? JJ, Jerron Jefferson, and who else? God, who was the shooter? Who's that shooter, man? I can't remember the other guy name right now off the top. I don't know why. It'll come back to me. But we had like 5 guys. And he called the night before, like, hey, listen, P, we're gonna fly down there. We only got 5 guys, so we're gonna just have to make it work. and then we did, bro. We had to win 3 games at that time. The format to get out the first round, you had to win 3 games.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, we had
5 dudes.
5 dudes. And so we got a 6th player. We got a 6th player when we wound up getting down there. But the first 2 games we only had 5. Yeah. So through that first joint, we only had like 5 to 6 guys. And we made it work. We had no plays, none of that. We just went out. We said all we gotta do is play defense. As long as we play defense, we all can go get a bucket at any time. We're just gonna spread it out. And we're going to play ball. We're going to play like we're in a park. And that's what we did, dog. We played defense. Now, that last game was going to be tough because we played the team from out of Atlanta to come out. We played, I want to say Dirty South. They had Jamario Moon. They had a couple pro guys. They had but they had a full team. They even had like some big footers. So, we took care of business. They was kind of winning the whole game. We was going back and forth, but they had like, They was winning the whole game until like the last 5 minutes. We made our push, and man, I remember they got a steal. They got a steal, or we missed the shot. I think Eric missed the shot. They got the rebound, and the dude they threw it down like to half court to him, and he about to get a fast break layup. And bro, I kind of seen the play happening before it happened. And I already kind of like started cheating down the other end, and I chased him down. And I pretty much, the John how LeBron blocked.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And you can ask everybody that was down there from the TBT joint before I blocked that joint. Boom, right off the glass. As soon as he let it go out of his hand, I caught it right at the top. Boom, grabbed the rebound, kicked the E, got fouled. He shoot the free throw. He made the first one. I think he missed the second one. But when he missed the second one, I spinned off one of the big dudes. When that big dude grabbed the ball, he didn't see me. Slapped the ball from his hand, gripped that joint, and we wound up selling the game and winning it. And then we went to Chicago. We had to go to Chicago, win 2 games. We played 2 tough teams. We only had 5 dudes again. I had to play we had my man DJ Kennedy this time because our 2 big men, one of them had to go to a wedding, and then the other one tore his meniscus. Todd tore his meniscus because he had to play like 40 minutes in Atlanta with no subs. So he wound up tearing his meniscus. So we told him, don't try to play, just get surgery because you still got a whole another season coming. And we get DJ. DJ finished summer league with the Timberwolves. So I said, oh, bro, I need you there. You told me as long as we get out of Atlanta, you going to come play. He's like, all right, I got you. So he come. He played a 5, I played a 4. And then we get my boy Kyle Fogg. He come this time. So we got Kyle, myself, DJ, Eric, Mike. So we pretty much got all guards. And Travis Boehner, the shooter. got Travis. So we got all guards, and we just spraying people out.
Yeah, but so all you do is spray. You got to go
Yeah,
small.
dog. And we all can rebound. We all can play defense, and that's all we did. We just switched. We just switched everything, and it wasn't nothing nobody can do. And I mean, part of it too, I just felt like it was just the timing, right chemistry. You know what I mean? Like it just everything was clicking. Everything was working. I feel like God definitely played the part in that, but that's just me. Because the way it worked, man, just the way it happened and like how everything clicked, and not just that, the start of it was crazy just because we wasn't even supposed to play. And then we beating people with all guards, and we playing against solidified teams. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we made it to the semifinals, we had to play City of Gods. They had a brick squad. They had former NBA players, top overseas players, and guys we all played and grew up against, but it's just like we trashed them. We killed them. Then we played Team 23. It was a close game, but we wound up beating them. And then from there, it was history. We won 4 in a row before we lost the last 2. We went 4 in a row. Yeah, with our original team. So yeah, dog. It was crazy, man. That was
So the first one sounds like it was definitely the sweetest. That's what it sounds like.
The first one, for me, I would say the first one was the sweetest. I'm not taking nothing away from the other 3, but the first one, just how
all
all transpired.
I heard that. The other 3,
like
weird flex, y'all.
It was
the other 3.
The other 3 was crazy too.
No, I'm shouting you out. Like the other 3, like he's just subtle flex. The other 3, first one was. I went 3 more though. Don't.
Yeah, bro.
I love all my kids the same. It is what it is, guys. Man,
listen,
that's
man.
beautiful. I mean, for you, and I'm speaking from a viewer, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. After seeing you at St. John's, that's probably the first time I seen you on TV.
No, for sure. No, and that was the exciting part about it, and that's why I loved everybody at the TBT, Dan, everybody that hosted TBT. Shout out to TBT because they gave us a platform, for the guys that play overseas that didn't make it to the NBA. That gave us a chance to be back home in the States and playing at a high level, playing NBA guys or overseas guys and getting a chance to win some money, but also still showing how competitive we are and showing how we blossom and how our skills evolve from college to being pros. You know what I'm saying? So giving us that platform was great. That was huge.
Man, it was dope. It was dope seeing you guys on TV or seeing you in particular. I was like, oh man, I'm like he's balling out every time. Every time you win, I had the text ready in my phone like, hey, can I get 10 grand? But I delete it. I would always delete it. I said I ain't gonna be that guy.
Hey, you probably should have sent it because after you win, you on cloud 9. You like, man, I done won that joint again. I might hit you with a I got you, bro.
PK.
Hey, real talk. I messed around and had sent that joint to you.
Nah, man, I've never been that type of dude. Nah, but it was cool. I did on a joke. I was like, man, I should hit him and say congrats. But like everybody saying congrats. But that was dope, man. Like, and then you just kept winning. After a while, I was like, I'm not saying congrats. He's gonna win. He's gonna keep winning. He's gonna win to it's not the same for him anymore. It's like, thanks.
No, it's always the same. It's tough to win. So to win in that, especially that tournament, because it's it's like the NCAA tournament. It's one and done. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to scout really. Like you don't know who you can scout a little bit, but not so much. You pretty much just gotta go out there and play, bro.
You gotta go out there and get busy.
Yeah, it's one and done, and everybody gonna give you their best game. Especially like you said, the more you win, now we always a target. We wasn't a target before the first 2 times. The next 2 times, we definitely was a target. Everybody was
all the ones getting scouted.
Yeah, and everybody was gonna give us their best game. But I'm telling you, that 4th year, the 4th year was probably the easiest one because we already went through everything. Like it wasn't nothing nobody could show us at that time. We kind of took everybody's best punch. We were just on a different level individually and just as a team. Like we knew what type of team we was. We knew this is our
like Kobe and Shaq the 3rd time around.
For sure. You just running through everybody. Like it's nothing y'all can do. I don't care what teams y'all get in, what team y'all building this and what team y'all building that. It's cool, and y'all might give us a run. But like our 4th year, nah, it was quiet. It was quiet for everybody. It was one game we almost lost. So Louisiana United, and credit, they played hard, they did their thing. But the reason why I think it came so close is because we took our foot off the pedal. Like, we started doing dumb stuff. We started doing lives and acting crazy on fast breaks, taking bad shots, not playing enough defense collectively. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just stopped doing what we do best, and we gave them light. And, you know, they pros just like us. You give them more confidence, they start hitting shots. It's going to be a game, and that's what happened. It became a game. So everybody say we cheated that year. I'm like, we ain't cheat. The ref called the foul. That ain't on us. Pargo still had to, Jeremy Pargo still had to make the free throws for us to win it, or we would have lost. So he knocked one of the free throws down, and we won. And then we wound up smacking everybody else after that.
Shout out to TBT. Y'all need to let me broadcast y'all. Y'all know what it is.
Facts.
But all right, man. So you are you keep winning TBT. We talked about St. John's, talked about Middletown, talked about from waivers to pro athletes. These are things kids dream about. Now, move a little bit forward here. You have a child now. You have a 3-year-old, right? I'm correct.
Yep.
I have a son. I have a 2-year-old daughter, so I struggle with sleepless nights also. I don't know. So, I mean, jumping into fatherhood, I like to ask, especially when I have dudes on here that have kids, how did fatherhood change you?
Oh, man, it a lot, man. It slowed me down. When you ain't got no kids, you really ain't got no responsibilities. You just kind of course, you living for your family, yourself, and you doing what you're doing. But when you got a child, you got to second guess everything. You got to make decisions off of your child and your family, so now it's just like,
parent.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's just a different type of responsibility I have now. But it's great. I love it. The only thing I kind of, I got the time now, a little bit more time now, because I've been hurt and rehabbing. So I got more time to be with my son. But, in the beginning, it was tough because I'm still over there playing. He don't understand. He don't know. He just know daddy gone, but he don't know why I'm gone. So it's been great, dog. It's just a whole different, it changed me a lot. Just responsibility and just the way I look at things and how certain things not important to me no more. Just making sure he good. That's all it is. It's just not worrying about myself so much, but just making sure he got everything he need and he put in the best possible situations for him, and so he could be successful in life, man. That's pretty much what it is.
Was your father big in your life?
Yeah, my father was in my life, and he did everything he could, put me in a good position and, be successful. And in the work, he kept me away from the streets, not knocking nobody else. But, you know how that go.
Nah,
yeah. He did that. He did that for me and him. He said that was his message to me all the time. He wanted me to carry the name and be different. He wanted me to go to college and, just live out that dream. So, and I did it to, the best of my ability and still doing it. And, it's going to be the same with my son, just keep him on the right way. And
passing the lessons, man.
Sure that's all it is, dog. And just keep making this generation better and helping them, man. Just paving the way for the young kids, man. That's all it is.
So I understand you are, you're co-parent.
Yeah.
So how is the co-parenting way? How or is it easy, up and downs? I'm just asking. So I can go into mine, but I'm gonna let you go.
It in the beginning, it was probably a little hard, and probably why it was a little hard. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like
mine's just rough in the beginning.
It was super rough.
It was rough in the beginning, but it was rough because we were two people that had no idea what being parents were.
No, and I think that's for anybody. Like that's the same situation, Like I don't take a lot of stuff personal for real. I just don't like if you're trying to be petty or what's the other word? Not petty, but just like vindictive. Like if you on that type time, then yeah, it's gonna be a problem. But like you said, it's two people just not used to being a parent and just gotta try to co-parent and compromise on stuff that usually you don't have to compromise on. So
exactly.
That's all it is, man. It's just an adjustment, and
you touched on it
perfectly. Grown up. It's just growing up, man. So it's been It's been good. It's been cool. That's why I said it's been cool. Like you said in the beginning, a little rough. It was a little rough. Wasn't too crazy because I feel like I look at some other people's situations that's in kind of the same situation and they got it rough. So that's why I'll be like, mine's is cool. Like I'm not going to say it ain't the best of the best, but it ain't the worst of the worst.
100% feel you. I said the same shit. I would tell you, I'm like, yo, mine's seeing other people, mine's could have been much worse than it was.
Right.
It was the same here was just because it was two people trying to be parents that weren't parents, and also dealing with whatever emotional fallout that is.
Exactly, and that always play. That's always play a part in it when you got that emotional side in it. So
you might have both people maybe trying to get back whatever. You know what I mean? So with detail only because it's another party. I'm not trying to put everybody's business out. Just making a point of you got that fallout. That's when the pettiness and the vindictiveness can come.
100%. You know how it go. Everybody know how it go. We all grown on this thing.
And then with us, I think and I can only speak for myself, but it's a podcast, so I'll put it out because I want everybody, somebody might take something from it. For me, the biggest thing I had to change for me was, and this is why I say you touched on a perfect point. You touched on like you're trying to compromise with somebody else. Like you don't ever have to do that in life. When it's just you ain't compromising your feelings.
For you, exactly. You think about yourself, but now it's like, you know what? I could be petty. I could do this. I could be vindictive. I could act just like you acting, but it ain't gonna help nobody. It's gonna make the situation worse because you're gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad. And
it's gonna make
our child.
That's gonna bring more stress on me and make my hair gray. And so it's like, you gotta
and you hurting your child. And you hurting the child at the end of the day. Like that's what we supposed to be figuring this thing out. It ain't supposed to be back and forth. It's supposed to be about our child. Like at the end of the day, what's gonna benefit him or her in this situation. So, when you come to that understanding, it's just like, all right, all this.
It was learning for me to be empathetic, meaning like just considering her feelings.
Right.
Instead of just, even though I may be right, or maybe I'm not, but let's say I think I'm right, instead of just coming like, well, I'm right, so it really don't matter what you think.
Facts.
I just humble my own self and be like, this is how I'm going to come. Because I got to be respectful to you. You're an adult also. I can't just be – and, things that, like I said, they got better. They were rough for, like, the first 6 months, but they got better. And
I mean, and that, like we said, though, like you said, too, is the emotional part. That's a lot of it is emotional. Like, they want what they want. We want what we want. And then it's the compromise. All right, no, clearly we going to agree to disagree. So how we going to figure this out? We got to meet in the middle somewhere. Or we going to be arguing, fighting about the same stuff every time. Especially when we ain't even together. And ain't no point in going that way. So
I just want to have my shit like Will Smith. I want my baby mom, my wife to be friends. And I just want them to go over there. Or be like Diddy and just have all my baby mamas at the club together. I don't, whatever's going to work.
But that's, you in a different
tax bracket.
That's a different. Listen, when you in that type of tax bracket, dog,
you can make everybody can smile.
You
cut checks.
Bro, you cutting checks. You taking care of everybody. Ain't nothing they can say. Well, I ain't getting taken care. You taking care of everybody. That's a different tax bracket, bro. That's a whole different conversation, bro.
How was it dating with a kid? How has that been?
It's cool. It's cool. No, it's cool. It's definitely solid. Cause like I said, I got my girlfriend now, and my son love her. He love her. So that's been real good, and she's good with it. It was tough in the beginning, of course, like you said, but it's not a problem. I don't think that's a problem. I think in our generation, that's more common now. You know what I mean? That's real common now. So it's like it'd be a surprise if you don't have no kid. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, you got a kid, and they'd be like, no. I ain't got no kids. You like, what? You ain't got no kids? Like, I think that's
you're so old. It's like, I thought you would have had. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But girls will ask me. It's funny. They'll be interested. Will ask me, but hey, how does that? You have trouble? And I'll be honest. I'll be like, honestly, I haven't really had any trouble. So don't get it twisted. There's girls that don't. There's girls that aren't interested in guys with kids. I'm not saying that.
Right. Because they don't want to deal with that drama, and that's respectful.
And I'm like, it happens. I'm like, more often than not. Anytime something hasn't worked out since I've had a kid, it's very rarely been me having a kid. It's that never been one time. Most times it's been us. Like we just
we ain't here. No, exactly.
This and this so it's kind of funny that it works like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, maybe this could just be me, but I feel like women like, that might attract them to you, to men more, that you holding it down, that you being a father. It's a lot of dudes that ain't out here taking care of their kids. So, for you to, take that head on and want to be a part of your daughter's life or, your child's life, and just being a father and being there and just being a man, taking care of your responsibilities, I think
Definitely have
that's a
to
trait.
definitely use the daddy card. I don't pull it, I don't put it out. I don't be like, here, look at, but I'm saying it's coming to play, and I'm like, oh,
No, right,
you like that? You
right,
like that the Halloween stuff? Hey, what
yeah,
you? I'm hungry. You like to cook? Do you like to? You want to come over? It's fine.
all that,
I love my
right,
child.
right, exactly.
You know.
That's crazy.
All right, this is just more. Now we just this last conversation is more of just it's still dating, but I don't call it humorous, but it's just the stuff we all talk about with our friends. But shit.
Right.
So first date. First date. I know you're rich, so this might be different for you. But a first date budget. If you come out the gate, you meet a girl. Do you have a budget for your first date, or is it like, or you just go with the wind? Are you like, yo, fuck it, we going to Dawson's, we going to Sullivan's, or is it like, damn, do I want to take you out to the biggest restaurant? I just want to, do I want to get to know you before I want to spend bread on you? But you're rich, so no, I'm just messing.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Damn. No, I mean, I don't mean to have, like, I don't got no budget. I don't think I got a budget, but for me, if I'm vibing with a chick, if I'm vibing with a girl, like heavy, I don't mind going, because I like to eat. So if I'm going to cut a check or I'm going to spend some bread, then I'm going to make sure I get a good meal out of it. Even if I'm paying for her joint, I'm going to make sure, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to cheat myself just because I want to be a little
You don't be
cheap.
making them go Dutch, do you? You a Dutcher?
No. We like I do, like you said, I do Sellies or Capital Grill. Like I do some nice Del Frisco's. I do a nice spot. I don't really have no budget though. I don't really have no budget. Just don't OD. Like if you wilding, you trying to wild out on me. Like you trying to order everything on the menu. No, we gonna like hold up, shorty. You tripping?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't have a budget. Like I don't have a number I don't cross. There's no line. This is for myself on that convo for that particular topic. So I have a budget, but I will say it depends on how we vibe.
That's what I'm saying. For me too. Like it's a vibe. Like who you want to take to these spots and who you don't want to take to those spots. Like the vibe, dog.
Yeah, I'm taking you to Ale House. So sometimes you just know, like, or you just have a better idea. Because sometimes, just, like I say, you might just want to get to know them better. It might not. It's not even an indictment against them. It's just like,
right. And it depends on what type of, like, of course it's the vibe, but like where you met the person at, or where, you know what I'm saying, like where she come from. Because like, before you go out, you already talking to the person, you're talking to the girl. So, you know what I'm saying? So depending on where you met her and then the communication, you kind of get a feel for, all right, what type of girl she may be and where you probably want to take her. You know what I'm saying? If she kind of ratchet and she out there, you probably ain't gotta take her to no crazy spot. But if she one of those more conservative, or she making you work and pulling strings, and you gotta text her, call her, all that other stuff.
Oh man.
I gotta take her somewhere nice to just loosen her up. Show her like, she's special.
Yeah, when they I know what you mean, encounter like the cat and mouse routine attack. You kind of make me work. You doing the fake uninterested routine, but you not, because at the same time, this is where I can speak for myself. When I don't think you're interested, I put my interest too. So it's like.
No, for sure. Because it's like, I ain't about to keep chasing you. Yeah. Like, there's other options out here, too.
That's why I call it fake, the fake uninterested. Because you act uninterested, but you do enough that you start. Girls test just like guys do.
Right.
You're not doing it. Okay, wait, I got to show some attention because he doesn't really care. He'll bounce. They'll do that, and you're like, all right, let me just go on a nice date. And if I like her, let me go on a nice date, show her that I like her, and we'll move forward. That's funny as shit.
No, yeah, I mean, listen, it's the same. Men and women do the same stuff, dog. It's just it's a one big game at the end of the day. That's how I look
yeah.
at it. But it's just like, you know, you got to play the game sometime and find if you know that's the person for you or
You gotta
not.
find your diamond. You gotta play the game
Yeah,
till you find your diamond, and then you can,
yeah.
50 years old and miserable and married.
Dude, if that's the case, I'm cool. If I'm 50 and I ain't married by then, I ain't getting married. If that's the case, I'm cool, dog.
Yeah, I definitely do. You know,
I'm about
I
to
would
be
say
like one of them old heads that retire and go to DR. I'll be cool.
When girls, you know, women love to ask that. Like, do you want to get married? What do you see yourself? Like, I want to get married. You know, one day. Hopefully, I always say I hope it's in my future. I'm just not rushing. I feel
No,
like
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like, it just right person, gotta make sense, all that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's just like we all know you gonna have those times in your life when you're gonna have ups and downs in your relationship. Like, for me, it's more so, can you go through the fire with that person? Like, it's gonna be times when, you know, your girl getting on your nerves, or your fiance or wife, or, you know, can you stick that out? That's it, you know.
That's marriage. Yeah,
that's marriage. Yeah, it's not all that everybody's talking about that happy stuff. Yeah, after a while you get tired of each other. Cause that's just life. That's just how we are. We be on to something new. We want something new. So it's like, can you stick it out with that person? That's the key.
Well, as we got lessons from the romantic expert, Paris Horne, sticking it out is the key. Nothing wrong with fancy dinners, ladies. So you know who to hit. He doesn't have a budget. Steak 48. Nah, man, it's beautiful talking to you, man. It's been a minute. It's crazy connected right here on the pod, but it's been a minute. Love you, still my bro.
Already.
Seeing you make them TBT wins, all that good shit. For all my people listen to the show, thank you.